Hey, hi, I'm your host, Oraldo, for It's Tejano Time.
And I'm Nemo with Tejano USA.
All right, and you're listening, watching Tejano Talk. Hey, Nemo,
Hey,
uh, how's it going?
going good. Going
Okay,
to be a
hey,
great show today.
that's right, we got a guest today, but how's your sewage thing going at your house? All
That,
fixed?
yeah, that's been fixed since the next day or the next weekend.
Okay, that's good. So you cleared that up that 1 week you did.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's all
All
good.
right. Okay, well, cool. Well, I'm about to give midterms at my school, so I'm getting ready for that. But you know
Lucky.
what? We're gonna have a special guest. We've been talking about wanting to have them on, and before that, I want everybody to do their job because they're not paying us, right? So they need to subscribe to us. It's a gentleman's agreement, or we could say a lady's understanding, or Tejano understanding, or like that. We we don't ask for much. We just say if you watch us once or tell your friends, just subscribe to us, and that's good enough for us. And we're going to try to give you the best show possible, right, Nemo?
Try. Yeah,
Try,
yeah,
try.
absolutely. We're going to give our
Yeah,
effort, yeah.
yeah. Our standard is well, our guests are up here. We're
Yeah,
one of our
we're
so yeah.
definitely amateurs.
Okay, so if you need to contact us, you can contact me at buddy@itsTejanoTime.com.
And I apologize
Yeah.
for this, but it's
Nemo?
Nemo6753 at.
Yahoo.com.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Nemo. All right, let's see. I got to produce this. So we have a guest, and
Whoa, whoa.
whoa, what?
I'm excited.
Oh, whoa. Okay. So why don't you, since you've known our guest for the longest, why don't you introduce them?
Just he needs no introduction. Here in the DFW market, he is even like in across Texas at this point, because from Abilene all the way to San Antonio, he's very well known and well respected.
Yeah.
Mr. Pancho Bang Bang Shoot 'em Out
Oh,
Pistolas.
hey.
Man, that's the best introduction I've ever been. I've never been introduced that way, bro.
This is the second
Wait a
one, if
second.
I recall correctly. I did the same thing. Oh,
You did awesome, bro. You
Okay.
did awesome. Hey, what's going on,
Uh,
fellas?
uh, uh, a double clap.
standing ovation. Very good.
Hey, Pancho, how's it going?
Hey, buddy, everything's going good, bro. Just
All right,
here.
we've been wanting to have you on for a while. We've been talking about it. I said, hey, you
Yeah.
know what? We need to get Pancho and some of the other DJs from the old Kick FM back from the '90s and stuff
Wow.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that was a long time. That's when I first met you. Is back in the '90s when Kick FM was around.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a long
Was
time
uh
ago.
was he a pain and stuff? Was he trying to get in and everything?
Me?
Yeah,
Who, buddy?
Oh
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
I'm always a pain.
No, it
That's
was
a
probably
yes.
my guess. It was the other way around. I was probably trying to get in somewhere.
Oh no 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 no. Oh no 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 no
There
no
goes
no.
there goes that.
Okay, I remember. Who was that? CC Cruz. Remember
Oh
CC
yeah, CC
Cruz?
Cruz.
Who
He's
was the
up
guy?
in
What's he
he's
up
up
to?
in he's up in Waco area towards
So let's
Waco.
talk about him. I mean, you have CC. He's still DJing.
Sushi doesn't work on radio anymore. I mean,
Okay.
I'm sure I'm sure he does voiceovers for stations and stuff like that. But
Okay.
he's out towards that way. That's where
Okay.
he's at.
Well, what about that guy with the
Was that
long
JJ
hair?
something?
JJ
JJ
Jimenez. Okay.
Jimenez,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a Houston boy. He's back Houston. Yeah, he's in
he's
So
still
Houston.
DJing.
But not sure what he's doing anymore.
Okay,
Kind of
okay.
lost contact with
okay,
JJ when he went back to Houston.
yeah.
Yeah. I
And
I had JJ at my I had him as a guest speaker at one of my schools I used to teach at Dallas. And I bought him lunch. I think I bought you lunch. I bought CC
he's
Cruz.
always saying what he buys people lunch,
Yeah.
man. I
I
mean,
Well,
like to show my
he'll do that.
appreciation.
Yeah, but
You
just
know,
well, I don't recall that, so it's time for you to buy me lunch again. I'm
thank
ready.
you. Yeah.
hey, and you know what? I think I'm going to go to the Cowtown Cajunto Festival,
We
and
might get you backstage this year.
oh, maybe. Ooh.
Have you heard the story? Have you heard the story? Have you heard the story?
Oh
He's
my
like
God.
crying because he
I'm
didn't
like,
get backstage one day,
no,
man.
no, I'm not. No,
No,
not.
last
No,
week. He's like,
that's
I
okay.
can't believe they didn't let me backstage.
I
And he said,
understand.
Oh
and he was
really?
like,
Oh really?
That's okay.
yeah,
Oh
he
really?
No, no.
was, yeah, you haven't heard the
Wow.
story. Go
Buddy.
ahead,
No, no,
tell him
no,
the
no.
story, man.
Okay,
Wait,
what's the
no, no,
story?
no, 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 no,
He
no, no,
said,
no, no,
he
no.
said he saw me and everything, and I was just standing there, and I didn't get in. I was like, "Come on, man!
Okay.
Not
It,
everybody gets
Wow.
in." Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
it's a joke. I totally understand. That was before I did started doing Tejano Talk with Nemo, and it's been like 20 plus years. I don't blame you for not inviting me backstage, even
But
though
but
Medico was there,
he does
Tina was
blame you.
there. Oh,
And
no,
he
no,
said
But
no,
he had a
yeah,
no, no,
I
no, no,
hear
no,
it. I can
no.
hear it.
he
I,
said he had
I,
a.
I just hear
I was talking to Mary and everything, and he still ignored me. He said,
That's okay.
it.
Yeah.
You know what? If you didn't get back there, it was Mary didn't let you
"Yeah,
back
there
there.
you
It
go.
wasn't
Now you
me. I
Wait,
know."
guarantee you.
wait. Okay. I'm not gonna go there, but I talked to your wife for a good hour.
Yeah.
She sat to the steps right next to me outside the VIP
And
area.
he was
But
just
that's
like
okay.
waiting for you to notice him. That's what he was doing. That's the reason he was
No, no,
talking to
no,
us
no,
for
no,
so
no,
long.
no, no, no.
But it didn't
That's
Oh,
too
work.
funny.
oh, but you know, okay. I talked to your wife, and I told her back in the day about that I have footage of your daughter in a pageant. Remember that? What is it? Desperados, that mall behind there.
Yeah. What was that? The Six Flags Mall back then?
No,
It was
Six
in
Flags Up.
it,
It's
it was in
part. It's probably
Arlington.
Park Road Mall or something like that.
Something
It's
like that,
next,
right?
right
They had like
across.
a little stage towards the bottom by the food courtyard or something like that.
Yeah, something like
Man,
that.
that
I
was
remember.
years and years and years ago.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was like 25
Wow.
plus
Yeah.
years ago, and that's your daughter. She's there with you, right,
Yeah,
Brianna?
Brianna, my
Yeah,
daughters helped me a lot. Yeah, they try to keep me
yeah.
in order because if not, I wouldn't be on here right now. I'll be real honest
Okay.
with you.
Well,
Yeah,
Just because
we're grateful to her, but
yeah.
yeah.
See, someday your daughter was gonna help you, man.
yes, I'm gonna. I am. Wait. Okay. Since we gotten the topic of the Kahunto Festival, I'm gonna try to digitize that footage that I have of your daughter in the pageant and bring it to
Oh,
you.
that would be cool, man. That would be fun because I
Okay.
would like my granddaughter to see it.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, so Brianna's got no, your daughter's got
Yeah, her name's
kids.
Brianna.
No, I mean
Yeah,
your
I have three
granddaughters.
girls. Ashley's the oldest, which
Okay.
Ashley helps me with Inheritance Entertainment,
Okay.
and well, kind of like partners in Inheritance Entertainment. Ashley,
Yeah.
which is the oldest, and then my daughter who helps me with everything else is Brianna. She's my middle
Brianna.
daughter, and
Okay.
then Celeste is the one that calls me and asks for money all the time. She kind of helps.
All
Ah,
right.
helps you spend it. Very nice. I
So
like her already.
so Brianna's got daughters that you want to show the footage to.
Brianna has my oldest granddaughter, which is Danica, and
Okay.
then I'm real involved with baseball. That's her son Eli, 11, that
Okay.
Oh,
he
that's
That's
his.
plays
where
baseball.
That's
that's
his.
Yeah,
where you were yesterday.
that's his logo. That's his
Oh,
brand.
that is
Yeah.
badass.
Yeah,
I thought it
that's
was
his
some
brand. Because
famous guy.
he's number 11. Man, y'all should have never taken it this way because I can talk about baseball forever. But here we
Yeah,
Uh
go.
oh.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
Um,
So anyway, so Brianna is still there with you, and so is
yeah,
Ashley, and so is
yeah,
Celeste,
yeah.
and they're all part of your whole
Yeah,
um,
it's just
empire.
my well, it's not an empire. It's just
You're
it's
pretty
just
busy. You're pretty
Yes.
well,
busy. Tell us what all you do. Give us an idea of your day, because
Yeah.
you start off at what
wow.
time?
5 in the morning radio station.
Yeah, you do the
Uh,
morning show.
So
yeah, yeah.
what shows do you do in the morning?
I do the morning show, which was syndicated into San Antonio there at the Jalapeno Radio Network. Uh, you're real familiar with the Benavides families. Nemo, I know you are, and good people, love them. Met with that individual once we made a connection. We started talking, and uh, he was a blessing. That's why I told you I have a little small circle now of people, and he's one of them, Mr. Benavides, Jerry, and we got to talking, and he knows my heart. He knows that I have a love for the Lord, and that was my main focus is to serve God, and he kind of just blessed me with the frequencies and the radio because I launched the radio station from the house, and that's just a story of its own. And I don't want to get lost here, but let me tell you
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Yeah.
Give us
Carl.
a
Since,
background.
since we're talking
Absolutely.
about since we're talking
Sure.
about the Conjunto Festival and everything, it all
Okay.
ties in hand in hand.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Um, I remember I was sitting here at the house, and uh, an artist called me out of the blue, said, "Hey man, why don't we do an event over there in Fort Worth?" And I said, um, "What event, bro? Well, I mean, what are you trying to do?" And because I'm still friends with some of them, and he goes, "Well, how about doing a concert or festival?" I said, "Brother," I said, "I'm gonna be honest with you." I said, "I'm done with Tejano." I says, "I don't want to mess with music no more. I don't want nothing that has to do with entertainment or with if it's not Christian based. If it's not Christian based, I don't want no Tejano in my life. I'm done with it.
Wow. Wow.
I didn't know
And
that.
yeah, so that's where it all got started from. And I, I was wanting to do Christian events, Christian festivals. I still do. So I wanted to do a lot of Christian events, Christian festivals, and that's where my focus was. And and I kept telling the Lord, "This is the route I want to go. This is the route I want to go." But God's plans is always better than the plan that we have. He had a purpose.
Absolutely.
He had purpose with it. So I said, "Well, you know what? I'll help you. I'll help you." Go, no, let's do it. So I thought about this event, the Cowtown Conjunto Festival, because the seed had already been planted by some former on-air
Oh
personalities that
yeah,
I
that's
worked with,
right. Hmm.
Okay.
which was
And this is the
LT.
11th year, right?
Yeah, we're in the 11th. But
Okay.
before I even launched the first annual Cowtown Conjunto Festival, LT, Hinojos, and Big Big, they had already tested that ground, that water. And I thought it was something that was awesome that they should have continued to grow it because it's so rich in tradition and there's so much tradition in it, man. And there's so much, it's who we are, it's where we come from. The Bajo Sexto, La Acordeon, that is us. It's all about, our people, our blood. We were working the farms. We were on the farms, and the Germans came over with the accordion, introduced the
Oh,
German polka.
The polka, yeah,
The
we talked
Spaniards
about that.
came in with the 12-string guitar, introduced the 12-string guitar. We just added our Mexican root lyrics into this, and that was conjunto. And so I said, let's do a conjunto show, man. And I said, but look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I says, number one, I ain't got no money. So I ain't got
right.
no money to do an event. I says, I have no sponsors like back in the day, and stuff like that. I says, we go, man, let's just do it. So that's how it all got started for the Conjunto Festival.
Mhm.
I just went and found a location. I went out there trusting God would open up doors for me, and He did. It's no longer there, but LaGrave Baseball Stadium used to be right there in Fort Worth, and that's where the first annual got launched at that LaGrave Stadium. And it was in the gravel area where the rocks were and everything.
Okay.
And I remember we launched it there, and again, it was just real basic, real small, and after that went again, I came back home, kind of almost feeling guilty,
Yeah.
just because.
Who did you
Yeah,
have?
the first day we had Nick Villarreal, we had he was there. We had Bonnie Mauricio was there. He was
That's
there. Even
badass.
Michael. Yeah.
No,
So
Salgado.
and
Okay.
I didn't realize the fan base that was in Fort Worth for conjunto music because
Oh yeah.
I was so Tejano minded. Pura música Tejana. That was me.
Mhm.
That's what ran through me. So and now of course I educate myself. I mentioned Mr. Benavides earlier. I educated myself hanging around him and La Reina de Conjunto, which is Nelda Simon, has been around it for years and years, and just hooking up with them and learning. And that's one thing you learn every day. You never stop learning. I don't care how many years experience you got in whatever, you learn every freaking day. So I started learning, but that's how the conjunto started. But it started because I was sitting here at home. I got a phone call. Then the way the radio station got started was that. So I'm sitting here, and that same girl you heard earlier, my daughter Brianna,
Yeah.
and Ashley, they were constantly on these phones, constantly on the phone, and always had that thing in the ear. And I go like, "What are y'all doing?" And they go like, "Listening to music, Dad. We're just listening to music." And back then it was Pandora.
Yeah.
That was what popular was Pandora, and like a light bulb just went bling. I remembered that all the schooling that Univision Radio sent me to study, because all the studying you do, like in Maryland, they would send you to Maryland, to Puerto Rico, everywhere, around different places to study. They had told us in Maryland already that radio was going to change. They told us if you're not streaming, you're going to get left behind.
Wow.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, this was many
Yeah,
years
yeah.
ago,
Oh yeah.
and I was seeing it. I was seeing it with my own daughters. So I'm sitting here, and I go, I remember all the classes I went to, how they do ratings. With the PPM. It's no more diary; it's a PPM now. And that's one of the things you start learning. And
What does PPM stand for? What's the acronym for?
it's a portable people meter. See, if you're people that are in radio, that's what I'm saying. When you're in radio, you start learning terminologies and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. But you understand, and it's funny you mentioned that because the other day, uh, I had a conversation with somebody, a younger individual, and I never turn anybody down. Now, I'm not the old Pancho I used to be, the
Yeah.
crazy Pancho, man. That guy was, man. God forgive me, And I tell people when I talk to them all the time, I apologize, for the ugliness that I used to be, how I used to be, because you know, you
See,
get to a
he didn't
level.
mean to not to let you backstage, man.
Yeah, I
It was
didn't
the
mean
old
that, bro.
him.
Sorry,
It
No,
was
no,
the
no,
old
no.
him. It
yeah.
wasn't. It wasn't
He
the new
Sorry,
him.
bro.
Now you're
Yeah,
welcome.
no, no, no,
but
no.
this
He's
young
always been a good guy to me.
this young individual said, wanted to know about radio and stuff like that. And as soon as you start talking to them, because they tell you, I do radio, I'm doing radio right now and stuff like that.
All right.
And then when you get to talking to them, you understand that they've never done radio.
it's
They they're doing they're doing
true. Internet,
streaming
Internet.
of some sort, which is
internet radio.
okay. There's nothing wrong with it.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that. I love them for doing that, and I think it's good that they're doing that. I think any effort that they do to share our music is a plus.
Yeah.
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 Now,
So
Tejano Talk's got a real good friend, DJ Endio. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him.
who's that again?
DJ Endio. It's Lawrence is his name,
He
and
has a
Lawrence.
show. He has a show.
he's
He
got a
has a radio
show.
show.
Yeah. Well,
I
he's
have.
got in God, what's that? San Angelo. He's got a
Oh, San
internet.
Angelo, Texas. Is
Yes,
that Q99?
it's Cubo Radio FM.
But
It's
he's also
Ninety nine
has
point nine, maybe.
he's part of a
well,
talent station. Yeah.
he used to be a program director for a radio
Oh, that's right. He
station back in the
was.
Very
day,
nice.
but
Very nice.
he
Love to meet him sometime. Talk radio.
okay, yeah, I'm sure. Well, he let's see, he might be on our chat later on today.
It,
Uh,
that'd be
but
awesome because I've met
but
I've I've met a lot of people in
yeah,
radio. I've met a lot of people that do internet radio. I've met a lot of people that just do podcasts, kind of like what you guys are doing,
yeah,
which I think it's a plus. If people ask me all the time, and I go, it's good.
yeah.
It's good.
But he said that like some artists that won't go on certain platforms because they're not like some of the internet radios. They don't have that those licenses. What is it called?
ASCAP.
Yeah, with BMI,
App,
ASCAP,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, all those. But Lawrence has all those, and
yeah,
so that I guess it's you also work with a jalapeno. It's
yeah,
national broadcast. I guess you
yeah.
guys got all that licenses
Syndicated.
also.
How does the syndication work?
Syndication.
It
Yeah.
seems like
Syndication has changed, Nemo. I
yeah.
mean, see, that's what I'm telling you. Radio has changed so much.
Oh yeah.
If you remember that big RV we had back in the day when we were at Kick FM, had
Oh
that big
yeah.
mass
Yeah.
that you would throw up and shoot a Marty shot back to the station. All
Yeah.
that is gone.
Right.
You don't need that anymore. What you have in front of you
No.
right now, you can do a live broadcast
Isn't
from
it?
any location.
Isn't it crazy?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's just wild. It's just wild. So syndication kind of works the same. Just get you a URL or get you a encoding a server somewhere, and you
Yeah.
just connect to your server. You just
Just integrate it.
it is so they made it so
Easier.
easy.
Yes.
But that being said, when I started radio here, going back to the day, there was no way you could pull that off because I started spinning with records. You had
Right.
two turntables here, you had a reel to reel here, and that's the way I learned. When I first started radio, and
And Abilene.
that's why you had an overnight guy because a station, if you were a 24-hour station, you had to have an overnight jock, and that's where you would train the new jocks.
It
I
was
worked
Is
live.
that.
is that
Yeah.
how you started
Yeah,
overnight?
yeah. I started
Well,
radio, and
tell us
I'm
your
sorry.
history. Okay, we want to get your background because not some of our viewers don't know Pancho Pistola because we have viewers from outside the state. So
Okay.
tell us you originally came from Abilene and
Yeah.
you came to
Well, that's where I'm
DFW.
from.
Right.
I'm from Abilene. I started radio in Abilene, and
Tell us how you
I,
started over there. That was a pretty cool story, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, man, I have brothers, and my brothers and I were always constantly in trouble, man. Evil's met some of them, and we were always in trouble in the streets and et cetera, stuff like that. We would, we'd get together at houses and party and stuff, and I would always be the one messing around with a little microphone. It was a jam box, a little. But I remember the station owner. His name was Jesse Olvera. He's passed on, but he gave me my first opportunity where he saw me in the street one day, and back then you would hang flyers on telephone poles, put
Oh yeah.
flyers for the dances, and
Yeah,
he
yeah.
says, "Hey," he says, you come with me, Pancho, tú vente conmigo, Pancho."
Yeah.
He says, andas en la calle, andas en la calle nomás,
Yeah.
como
Bring your
como
stapler.
Yeah, digo, andas en la calle como quiera, nomás como Pancho Villa. He said, you're out in the streets anyway, like Pancho Villa. Come on over here. Te voy a nombrar Pancho Pistola. Vente, Pancho Pistolas. That's the way. And that's where it stuck from Abilene,
That's
Pancho
cool.
Pistolas. So I go to the radio station, and there I just start doing little things like throwing trash, um, cleaning up, little things like that. He was he was kind of doing it just so I wouldn't get in trouble, out in the streets.
Hmm.
And then they had like it was around Christmas time. They were having a party. They were going to go to their little party. Well, somebody had to spin the record, so they taught me right away how to cue up the records. It had this water bottle right here. You spray it on them elbows. You hear that the scratches sound, and you would cue it. Once you heard the first, you heard it. You cue it back. Have to spin there, and then that was it. So I was there playing in a little room, man, no windows, no nothing. I was there playing records while they were out doing their thing,
Did
and
they let you talk?
dude, they forgot about me. They forgot about me and left me in that room. I mean, for hours, dudes. That I got bored. So I looked and I go like, man, I saw the microphone in front of me, right? So I said, I'm
Grab
gonna talk. So I said, I'm gonna talk, bro. I started talking. I just started talking, and it
Did,
just I no,
at the top of the hour, you didn't have to say the call letters.
bro. I didn't even know about doing all that. I didn't know that stuff. I didn't know about branding. I didn't know about delivery. I didn't know none of that. I had no knowledge. I went in there with no knowledge whatsoever. Dude, I knew how to hang up a flyer on a pole, and so I started just playing around on the radio. And then I remember getting a phone call. My aunt called. Her not knowing that it was me on
Yeah.
the radio, and I recognized her voice, right? So she called and she says, "Who are you?" Like that, and I go like my aunt Juanita, and I go like, "It's me." She goes like, "You sound like," man. She went off on me. She was cussing at me and stuff like
Or
that.
like she said, you sounded like an amateur or what?
She said I sound like a pansy. In other words. So
Love you, Tia.
that's a nice word. I'm just using the word pansy. She said I sound like a pansy.
Did you call yourself Pancho Pistolas on that show?
No,
No?
no,
Okay.
I did not. I didn't start using the name Pancho Pistolas until I started learning more and more. He started teaching me, and then he gave me a time slot. But I wasn't able to go on the radio until I learned how to cut a commercial first, and it
Okay.
was really strict back then. Like he would come in with a business card. We were so spoiled at Kick, because Kick, you had your
Oh, yeah.
traffic department, you had people that wrote the scripts for you, you had people that produced commercials for you. Not in small market radio, you were everything. So they would give you a business card, and he would throw it right there. He said, "I need that commercial. I need it on the air in 30 minutes." I
Wow.
would just look at it like, "What the heck am I gonna do with this?" And then he walked by me, and he go like, "You're not done yet?" And I go, "Man," so move out of the way. Let me show you how to do it. And I guess Hard Knocks, schools of Hard Knocks and radio, but
School
that's
of
the way
Hard
I
Knocks.
learned, bro. And then he said, "I'm going to send you to broadcasting school." He never did, but I'm going to send you to broadcasting school and all this stuff. And then the way I made it to the Metroplex, fast forward, because, man, I could stay over here
Yeah,
for a
yeah,
long
yeah.
time.
Oh, yeah.
I made it to the Metroplex. I was watching Days of Our Lives with my mother.
So
I
wait a
was
minute.
home.
So Phil and Simon didn't hear you
They
in
they
Abilene,
brought me
or
here. Yeah.
uh,
Alfredo and Simon brought me to the Metroplex.
Is it
Here,
Simon the Diamond Molina you're talking about?
Molina.
rest in peace? Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
rest in
okay.
peace, Simon.
Yeah.
Simon and I didn't like each other at first. A lot of people don't know this. We had a disagreement at the Riverwalk in San Antonio because Simon was Simon. He was a
Yeah.
tough guy, man. Simon was Simon. So I didn't know him. He didn't know me. Names. We had seen each other, but we didn't know who we
Right.
were. So I get a phone call and they ask, "Hey, can you come help us? We got a radio station." Back then it was KTLR out of Terrell, I think, is back in
Oh
Australia.
yeah.
That's where
So
I started with them. But it was like at certain time at night. That's we would flip it. So they
Hmm.
brought me in to help them with that station. So I came and
was it DJ Jim Davis or something like that?
Jim Evans.
Jim Evans. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. So
That's
that's
right.
where I started when I got here. But I just came to help them out for the weekend. And then they had La Caliente de Dallas, where they were renting time from KNON
Okay.
89.3, but they call it Caliente de Dallas. But
Hmm.
they were never at the building that was over there at that little, I think it was San Jacinto. I never ever made it to that little place,
Okay.
because Simon and Alfredo had their own building at 3131 Turtle Creek, and they had a
Nice.
couple of good
Mm.
jobs. They had Steve Smoking Chavez. They had
Steve
I know,
Chavez, big time.
yeah, one of the best, man. He was good. They were all good. So they had them there, and I remember they brought me in. I was just going in to get my money because I had worked that night and come back home. When I see Simon, Simon goes, "You're Pancho Pistola." I go, "You're Simon the Diamond." He goes, "Yeah." I go, "Man, let," he said, "Let bygones be bygones." Like that's the brand. I'm just here to
That's good.
collect, and I'm going back home. So that that happened, and then they told me, "Hey, wait, you can't leave. Uh, we need you to work on La Caliente." And I says, "No, man, I'm going home." He goes, "No, we need you to come on." And then I says, "Well," I says, "Where's the jock that did it?" Something happened. He had to leave or something. I remember. And I said, "Well, I'll help y'all. I'll help y'all. What time?" They said 1 o'clock or something like that.
What?
And then I
It's one
said,
of
"Okay,
four.
yeah." And then I said, "Okay." I said, "Well, where's your log?" I said, "Where's your music log?" And they go like, "What music log?" I says, "Your music log." I said, "Where your commercial log, your music log?" And they says, "No, it's right there. You just play." And I go like, "Well, where's your clock?" I said, "Where's your clock at?" They go like, "What clock?" It's right down the wall. I said, "No, no, no. Your clock." I said, "You're open. What are you open? How many units per stop set? Where do you go in?" You know? They go like, "No, you just do it." And I go like, "Man, I was like a kid in a candy store when they told me that." And I said, "You mean I get to play whatever I want, when I want? It just open the mic when I want?" They go, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Dude, there was no rules. So I just did my thing, bro. And one thing led to another. I ended up staying with Simon and Alfredo and doing the Tejano rodeos with them and emceeing the Tejano rodeos for them.
Oh yeah.
And
They actually
yeah,
gave him a place to live in Pleasant Grove.
yeah. And, oh, my first home was in Pleasant Grove,
In
but I got
Pleasant
Oh,
shot
Grove.
at the first day.
I didn't
There
know
was a
that.
drive-by his first day at Pleasant
First
Grove.
day, I just
They
yeah.
walked.
I ended up
There's.
sleeping at the radio station.
Oh
Yeah, I
wow.
slept at the radio station because they had me a house in Pleasant Grove, and
How old were
we
you
got.
back then?
I'm sorry.
How old were you back then?
Man, I was a young buck. In the early 20s, I think. I don't know,
Okay.
something like that.
Wow.
And all I know is that that led to an opportunity because the contract with KNON and Alfredo and Simon had expired. So once that contract had expired, I was getting ready to come back home to Abilene or go back home to Abilene. And uh, Alfredo, I remember telling me, uh, sat me down and says, "Hey, look, our contract is over." He says, "If you want, I'm about to start some businesses. You can come work for me. I'll take care of you, whatever, whatnot. Or there's a radio station that's about to launch in the DFW market." And he said, "They've already called and asked for you. They're looking for you." And I says, "Well, what radio station?" And back then, see that station before it was Univision, it belonged to Tishnet, to Heftel, it was
It
HD.
was Z-Rock.
Yeah, it was the
It
Okay.
old
was
Z Rock
Z-Rock.
station.
Played heavy
Yeah,
metal.
yeah, the old Z Rock
Oh
station.
wow. I remember that back in the
Yeah.
day.
So
Yeah.
I ended up. He asked me, it's your choice. And I remember Steve Humphrey was running it. Man, crazy guy too.
Yeah, that was a crazy guy.
Yeah. So uh, I told him, Fredo, "Hey, I'm a radio guy, man." He says, "Okay." He picked up the phone, made the phone call. He says, "Hey, Pancho said he'll take the gig. He's right here in front of me, whatever, whatnot." He says, "I'll send him over." And I hauled butt, went over there, and that's where I the Kick
You
FM days for me started.
you
Yeah.
did the morning show. You did the afternoon show when you
No.
got
When
kicked
I
off.
first start, yeah, when I first started, I started in the evenings.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Because there was a lady DJ in the morning, right? No, wait.
Well, the
First
very
was
first
Mad
one was a Mad
Mexican.
Mexican.
Mad Mexican.
Yeah.
Yes. I
Yeah,
still
Mad
have his
Mexican.
keychain in my office at school. The Mad
Wow.
Mexican.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was Mad Mexican back in the day.
Yeah.
And
He
of
he
course,
came to my school also.
we
I
had a
had
few
him as a
morning
guest.
shows. We had a
Yeah.
few morning shows and stuff like that. But
And then there
you
was a
know,
girl.
the
Uh,
station, the station was going like this.
yeah.
Back then it was going like that, like a roller coaster, because you have to really, you got to remember it. Everything's a team effort. One person can't win it for you. And
Yeah.
I don't care if one person can't win. So I remember the station would do good in different day parts, bad in other day parts, but would never accomplish to get on the top. And I remember sitting. I'm way fast forwarding. I remember sitting in the manager's office, in my manager's office, and he was talking to me, Jose Valle. He was talking to me, and he told me, "Hey, what's going on here? What, you know, you seem to be pretty consistent, with your ratings." And again, forgive me, but I was real cocky and arrogant then. I said, "Yeah, because I'm freaking good. I hate saying that, man.
You
That
have
makes me
these
sound.
amateurs up here with me. I can't
Yeah,
work with amateurs.
No, dude, no, no, no. That's not it. Is that everybody was so talented? CC was good. JJ was good.
They
They
were
were
good.
too good. They were
yeah,
too good. They were all so good. You had too many Chiefs, and you didn't have no Indians. You had
yeah,
too many. Everybody was for themselves, and it wasn't a team effort. And that's why they could never. We could never succeed, because as long as I'm doing good, that was a wrong attitude to have. We should
right.
all have been pulling together and working together.
Wow.
But
I didn't know that.
I,
I thought y'all clicked pretty good.
I'm sorry.
I thought y'all clicked pretty good. Like, as a team, one right
Well,
after the other and so forth.
well,
It seemed pretty.
the team started falling into place when the team
What?
started falling into place, and a lot of good things started. We started accomplishing a lot of good things when we started. When I remember when um, we had Mean Maori, we had yeah him, we had Big
Hermana
Caballero, we
County.
had
Yeah,
yeah LT, we had Big Vic, we had Richard Rich, and there were a lot of guys with no radio experience.
yeah,
They didn't have the broadcasting school, and that's the kind of talent we started putting together and molding together. And each one of them, I I would surround myself with guys that I knew that were better than me, that were more talented than I was, because if they did their part, that was going to make me look good too. So you
yeah,
surround yourself with guys that are very talented, and that makes you look good. You don't have to be the most talented one, as long as you
right.
all work together, and that's what I would do. And then the station just started rocking, dude. It just started rocking, and a lot of good things happened for it. And then, of course,
And the market was strong too back in
the
the day.
market was
Yeah.
huge. It was
I
huge.
I really enjoyed the morning show when you took it over. I mean, Mad Mexican was
Yeah.
good.
I
I
don't
forgot
remember
the
the Mad
late.
Mexico.
I,
I remember that there was a lady that did it afterwards. I
Sammy
forgot.
G. Sammy
Sammy
G.
G, yes, and then
That's
I
Sammy
think
G.
you took it over
Yeah.
afterwards, right?
Dude, that's what was so tough is that even before then, and I always give props to Super Loop. I love that man,
Oh
man. I
Oh
always
yeah,
give
yeah,
Super
props.
Loop.
Super Loop. Yeah,
I
I
always give
remember him.
props to
Rest in
Super Loop, and
peace.
yeah, rest in
Yes.
peace. And I always tell people,
Was he
if
at Kick?
Yeah,
anybody needed to be in the Tejano Roots Hall of Fame before me, Super Loop.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
yeah. He
and,
was
and
one of the first ones there too. Him and
yeah,
Art, right? They were there
yeah,
at the
Art
beginning.
Magana
oh
and
yeah,
all that, and they just got done dirty. To me
oh yeah.
personally, they got done dirty. They did all the legwork, but that's radio. It's that's radio. You're here one day, you're gone another.
Right.
And the same thing in radio. I mean, I don't know how many Billy the Kids have been on Kiss FM. They just keep the name. You
Yeah,
know, they just keep the name, and that's it.
yeah,
But one of the things that I say is that all those guys paved the way for somebody like me, like Super Loopy. And I go further
yeah,
than that. There's other guys that had a lot
yeah,
to do with this market
yeah.
before I
I
even
owe.
got here. So
Yeah,
I don't like taking credit, just because I was just blessed. I didn't know it then. I was
yeah,
just blessed to have been on the radio at the right time to do that morning show for so many years.
yeah.
You know, and
I owe Superloop a lot too because he was one of my advertisers for Latin One Stop, and I would
yeah,
also go to. Uh, he did the Mad, not the Mad, the Grumpy Old Men show with.
yeah.
I forgot the other guy's name. That had Tejano Connection. Remember?
Oh
Oh
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Gilbert,
Yeah,
Gilbert.
Gilbert. Yeah, and
Yeah,
I would
but
guest. I'd be a guest
there,
on their show every
buddy,
once in a
there's
while.
so many more other guys. You got
Oh
Jesse
yeah,
the Night Rider Ortiz. You had
Jesse
him. You had Crazy
got me
Tui.
into the Tejano
All those
market.
guys
Yeah,
just
but
paved the way for.
in reality, I mean, they were there, but they were.
Yeah,
I mean, and I'm not here to diss anybody. God bless them. They've
Yeah,
already, but they were. I mean, there's talent, and then there's talent, and you
well,
had you had the gap of radio from the
yeah,
beginning. You were able to be able to appreciate the people. At
yeah,
least it came across that way. You were
well,
very open to them and stuff, and they could feel that with you and
yeah,
stuff. So a lot of people actually feel like they really know you. I mean, they feel
yeah. I
like they
love
know
him,
you
man,
and
for
stuff.
that. I
well,
really do
And
love him for
and,
that,
and
and I give all glory to God, man. And
yeah.
yeah,
Now, do you,
again, I give all praise to him.
yeah, and I remember you went to clown school.
I
So
did.
did you do? When did you get into that? And do you think that benefited? I think it probably benefited your radio.
Well, buddy, my goal before I even got into radio was to go to the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus Clown School. That's what I
Okay.
really wanted to do, growing up as a kid. And I
Yeah.
tried when I was back home in Abilene. I remember trying to. trying to get involved with clowning, and it was the Shriners back then. But I was a poor
Okay, yeah.
kid from the barrio, and they told me right off the bat, you can't afford to be in the Shriners. So there went that, So I tried to be a
Wow.
Shriner clown. I tried to do other things, for clowning, and then I could. Then when I decided, I said, man, I got to go to that clown school in Florida. They closed the clown school down.
Hmm.
They closed it
Oh,
down, Ringling and Barnum and Bailey, and so I never made it to clown school. But when I
oh,
got
okay.
here to the DFW area, the Metroplex, I was already doing radio. I had already went to
Okay.
KD Studios for acting. I had done that. And I says, but that's not where my heart is. My heart isn't. I want to do clowning. I want to be a clown.
Okay.
I just like clowns. I like the circus and stuff. And I saw the opportunity to go to clown school while I was here, I took it,
Yeah.
and I went. And a lot of people don't understand that there's so much more to clowning than just you see a clown. You got to know what type of clown Ronald McDonald is, what kind of
Okay.
clown, yeah, what kind of Red Skelton is. There's a purpose why Ronald McDonald matches, and which clown is superior from the other clown.
Wow.
That there's all kinds, like the tramp clown, which is me. A tramp clown is the same thing as a hobo clown.
All right.
They're at the bottom. We're at the bottom of the totem pole from the clown, and it's got to fit your character. But if you look at those clowns, they got white around their eyes and around their mouth,
Uh-huh.
and their clothes are all tattered. Why? Because they were in the box carts or looking for somewhere to eat, and they would wipe when they were going to eat. They wipe their mouth like that, so that's that white part. Or when they wake up,
Okay.
they rub their eyes. That's that white part. For a tramp or a hobo
That
I
sounds like
never
me
knew
though.
that.
Every day. I mean, I wipe my
clown.
and I,
So anyway, that was clowning.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went to that. Just question. It was fun.
Okay. So I think we were talking earlier. There was a time. When did you get out of Tejano? Because I remember Tejano time lasted until the end of the '90s, and then I went broke, and so I decided to go to grad school, do other things, get
Yeah.
married. So before I went to the Cajunto Festival, I hadn't been in the market for over 20 years. So when I came back, everything changed. I didn't
Yeah.
know who Lucky Joe was. I didn't Signo,
Yeah.
Signo,
Those
Signo.
are all good musicians.
Oh yeah,
Signal,
yeah.
man.
And Michael Segal was just starting out back in the day. You
Now
know.
so
those are
after
all
Kick FM,
Yeah. What happened?
what happened?
What did you
okay.
do?
I left Kick FM, and
When
just
did you
fast
do that?
forward.
When did that?
So
Well,
you started some kind of company, right? Didn't you start a
I
company?
did. Yeah, yeah. I used some of the money that I made. I started a granite company,
A granite?
delivering granite and stuff like that. Which really, I just did it because it was more helping my family, and I didn't oversee it, or I was a partier. All I wanted to do was party, And
So you were the
uh,
money man?
So
I don't
you
know if you
hired your
call it
family,
money.
pretty much. What you're saying?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so that was kind of the idea, my brothers. I still am.
Okay.
I'm all about
Family,
family,
yeah. Huh?
Mhm.
God, family, and then everything else falls in place. But when I left radio, a lot of people don't understand what happened with Kick and stuff. Again, I remember being in all those meetings. I remember being called to the meeting. I remember when they were going to give us the AMs and take away the FM. I remember all that. I remember buying uh, 94. We had 94.9 before 94.1, which was a Stadio Latino. We turned into a Stadio Latino, but we had 94.9, and we ended up having to give that signal. We gave it to the KLTY, which is KLTY now. Not gave it. There's a lot of money involved,
Right.
and then we
Right.
took over the big stick, which is 94.1, with you know with mine hitting that Mexican regional market. So we created Stadio Latino. But I was behind all that. But same time I was protecting Kick like crazy. I remember everything we went through, and a lot of people don't understand this. Is that um, uh, when people who sit at the top are ready to make a decision, you don't understand. And I fought and fought and fought and fought, and I even fought against the company to keep Kick FM going. Because I remember they said, "Hey, Pancho, we're going to take this money away from you, and 94.1 is going to be like a big vacuum cleaner; it's going to suck everything out." And I said, "No, I understand." He said, "We're taking the budget from Kick," and I said, "Well, bro, you can't just do that to the Tejano market. We're still the number three. Even if you bring that in, we're still the number three highest billing stations for Spanish radio. How can you do that? We were still succeeding. Most stations don't last, but 2 or 3 or 4 years when you change formats on them because you're over here trying to figure it out. We're going on 10 years. So we go like, okay, well, I had a good argument, so I argued the point, whatever, whatnot. And then they say, okay, well, we're going to take this, we're going to take that. And they go, well, you got to give me something. And then that's when they gave me an AM, whatever. We were still competing, but we started my team, and not just me, my team, all the talent. That was Mauri, that was all everybody. That was
Mm-hmm.
Victor, that was Richie Rich, that was LT, that
LT?
was Stephanie
Yeah.
Marie. That was everybody that was part of the team, right? We did what we call grassroots marketing. In other words, when our sister station would go set up at a grocery store to do a live remote, I would tell my team, take the RV and park across the street and give away whatever we had to give away. I called the record label company, give away CD, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I got called into the office again, got in trouble because they go like, "What are you doing?" He goes, "You're drawing more people over here. You're drawing the attention from 94.1. We're trying to launch this." And I said, "I'm not doing anything." I said, "All I'm doing is getting visibility." I said, "We're not on the radio. We're not anything. We're just, you know." But it was called grassroots marketing that I learned from back home.
Right.
So uh, we kept it on as long as we could. And I remember the thing that crushed me the most was when they told me, "Hey, we're going to do it. You got to come to the office. We're about to do this." And I said, "What about my talent? You hadn't even given me a chance to speak to my talent and let
Oh,
them
really?
know."
They didn't know?
Oh,
No,
wow.
they didn't know. A lot of them were still upset with me, and probably are to this day, because they think I was responsible for letting them go,
Wow.
and they have no idea that I was the one that fought for. I thought I could have easily lost my job right away because I
Right.
was taking up for them,
Mm-hmm.
defending them, trying to keep their job as long as I took pay cuts, I took everything just to try to keep them. But a lot of people don't know that. Well, they're gonna know it now, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's
did that,
crazy.
But when Kick, to answer that question that y'all asked, when we made the decision, because I could have stayed with the company. They made me an offer to stay with the company, and I turned it down. And when I turned it down, the offer, I said, no, you know what? I'm Tejano. That's who I am.
Mm-hmm.
Because radio's radio. I could have done any other
Yeah,
format.
it is radio,
Yeah.
radio.
Radio's radio. I could have done any other format, but I was done. I didn't like the way it all went down. So I left for a little bit, and then we tried to launch Super Tejano, and do something there with El Dorado Media, these guys, something like that. Anyway, we tried to do something like that, but my heart was not in it no more.
Right.
I was still disappointed and upset with the way it all went down for Kick after celebrating 10 years. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sure enough, that station I was telling you about changed formats right away. 99.1, that station changed format. They were going through all kinds of changes. Never reached a 10-year mark like Kick FM did.
Mm-hmm.
Was
And
it ownership change or
well, yeah,
management change or what was
anytime
it?
ownership changes,
Yeah,
management changes, you can expect changes.
absolutely.
Right.
Even the program directors,
And even
when
though
they're
you were
changing.
third in the market, wow, that's crazy because
Yeah,
DFW is a
yeah.
great market to be
Yeah.
Man,
number
I've
three
got an
in.
article. I think I still have it, but I had a paper article with Mac Tishner, and he and I were there, and it talks about how much money the station was building. It was awesome, man. That was a lot of money,
Yeah.
and
Can you
it was
imagine?
rocking. So I leave radio, and I'm done with it, man. And I remember surrendering my life to the Lord, and giving my life to the Lord, and just saying, Lord, I just want to serve you. That's all I want to do. And I was done with this whole Tejano thing,
Mm-hmm.
and just want to serve God, and that's where my heart is, and that's what I want to do, just serve God. So I was trying to do Christian events, Christian shows, but they weren't panning out, things weren't working out, and that's how the Conjunto Festival came up.
Okay.
Fast forwarding, because that's where we're at now. But
When did you launch your jalapeno app or Pancho app?
well, the way it started, like I mentioned to you, my daughters
Right.
were the ones that the light bulb went off. I called a friend of mine. I told him, "Hey, can I launch a radio station from my house right now where I'm sitting at? Can I
Mm-hmm.
launch a radio station from here?" And he goes, "Well, yeah." I says, "Could I stream?" And he goes, "Yeah." I says, "Could we do that?" And he goes, "Well, do you have this piece of equipment?" I says, "No." And he goes, "Do you have this piece of equipment?" I says,
Nope.
"No." He goes, "Do you have this?" I said, "No." He goes,
Nope.
"What do you have?" I said,
Yeah,
"The
voice,
talent."
I
voice
make.
talent. Yeah.
The talent. I said, "That's it, bro." So he shows
Yeah.
up to my house, and within an hour, we're streaming, bro.
Yeah.
We're streaming and we're rocking. But I wasn't gonna call it Pancho Pistolas Radio. I
Okay.
was gonna call it Y tu que Radio. Y tu que. The letter E, the
Yeah.
letter K, and number two. Because remember, Y2K was the big thing.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
So the E, everybody can say Y
Yeah.
tu que, the K
Yeah.
Just like
radio.
Cuval,
Yeah, Y tu que.
QVO.
Yeah, like that. So that's what I was gonna call it. But I was
Oh,
convinced, and I was told you have to do Pancho Pistolas radio
right.
because people know who Pancho Pistolas is.
Oh
You have a
yeah.
And
name.
I
I mean, you
went,
have a
and I
brand.
went
There's
like,
no reason why you
but I
shouldn't use
hated
your
that
brand.
guy. I didn't want nothing to do with that guy, man. I go like, man, I don't
Oh.
want to. I don't want. So I came home. I came home, and if you look at my logo, I don't know if my logo's up there right now.
Yeah, you got the
And a lot of
pistolas.
people says, why is that FM there on that logo? Why is the FM there if you're
Really?
not an FM radio station?
Wow, that's hating.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
brother, it's personal to me
For
because I
history.
go like the FM on there is for me, nobody else.
There you
Right.
go.
Because I wanted to make sure that God knew that I'm reminding myself daily, faithful man, to stay faithful to the Lord, faithful man,
Oh.
stay a faithful man to God. And if you look at my logo, a lot of people just look at it and they say, "Oh, cow horn, bull horn, gun." It's actually a cross. It's a cross that goes like this. The little that where the revolver thing, where you spin the revolver. Those are actually little church windows. It all is Christian based.
Oh.
Wow, that's crazy.
So,
Because I just
so,
remember
but
the
that's all.
pistolas. Like
Yeah,
that.
and that's all just for me. Nobody else but
Okay.
for me. So that I'm reminded daily that no matter what I'm doing, is that he's number one. He's number one, and
Oh wow.
and he's blessing me and giving me the opportunity to talk to you guys right now and talk radio and and do this. I mean,
All right. Well,
can I share something with y'all real quick before I
yes.
forget? Because it's in my heart, like, and that's
Go
one of the
ahead.
things that I'm
Let it
committed.
out. Let it out.
Let
That's
it
one of
out.
the things
Preach it.
I'm committed
Say
to
it.
now. That
Okay.
if the Holy Spirit puts something in my heart, I have to share it.
Okay.
Absolutely.
The Lord blesses all of us with a passion, with a gift. He doesn't want to take that away from you. He wants to continue to bless you as long as you're using it with purpose. So God don't want to take anything away from you. He just wants you to use it the right way. So that's what I found out when I got back into Tejano.
Okay.
And because I go like, Lord, this is too easy. You're opening up so many doors for me. You're making things happen for me. Because people see the radio station where I'm at. I had nothing to do with that. God is God doing all that for me.
Absolutely.
So I want everybody to know that no matter what it is, and you go like, no, man, I'm gonna serve God. God don't want to take anything from you. He wants to bless you. He blessed you with the gift and the passion. Go use it and use it the right way this time. And that's
Okay.
it. Sorry.
Well, that's okay. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed hearing that from you. But let's remind everybody about the Cahuntha Festival.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. It's Sunday, April 30th, right?
Correct. Hmm.
It's in front of Billy Bob's. When did it start going to Billy Bob's? Because when I went there, it was in front of Billy Bob's.
Yeah, we were at La Great Field. Like I mentioned at the beginning, we were at La Great Field,
Okay,
and
but
we didn't have a radio station to advertise it because Kick was gone, right?
all right,
Kick was gone, and so we started streaming. The only reason I started this radio station so I could advertise the Conjunto Festival. That's the only reason,
Nice.
because we didn't have any radio stations, so I had to advertise it on the streaming radio station, which was
okay,
the future. Everybody's using this anyway,
right.
for TV, for everything. We're using it right now.
How many subscribers do you have on your app?
Well, I'd be lying to you if I gave you a number, but I remember the last time that I talked to the guy who created and developed it for me. It was
Hmm.
just like growing and growing, Nemo, and
Yeah.
he tells me, but I'm not so focused on numbers.
Okay. Okay.
Me,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
No. No. I just remember it was like
I don't.
everybody had it. So
Everybody,
Just
yeah.
a lot of people
just
have it,
like Tejano
and
talk. I'm not focused on numbers.
you know, but
Obviously.
hey, but that being said, careful because when you get into agency buys and you start agency
Yeah,
buys or you start working with
they want numbers. Yeah,
they want to know what numbers is. My purpose why I'm doing this now has nothing to do with getting rich or nothing to do with
right,
being no, it has nothing to do with it's with what you guys allowed me to say a while ago.
right.
And that's the only reason I'm doing it. Now, as long as God's allowing me to share Him freely and allow
Right.
me to just still do these events, then I'm going to continue to do it. It's
So
all
every
got kingdom
morning
purpose.
in your show, do you do the same route? Go with thank you Lord and all that.
Every morning, bro, that's my commitment to God is that He's first before
Uh-huh.
anything. So I open up with two Christian songs, which is the Hano Christian songs. I
Okay.
open up with two Christian songs.
Jimmy
I
Edwards.
cl- I close by reminding everybody to love God with all their heart.
Very
Okay,
nice.
I've been noticing there's several Tejano artists that are going Christian,
It's
like
good.
Fama,
Geneva.
the guy from Fama too, right?
Yeah, what's his name?
Javier.
Javier.
Javier Galvan.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going Christian too,
Well,
and
brother,
Remember
you know what?
Jimmy Edwards went Christian, and so did the girl that was over here. Remember her?
oh, Shelly. Shelly's
No,
wanting to do Christian.
no, no. What the
Well,
Dallas local girl? She was real popular of one time. Kind of looked like Selena.
Elizabeth.
Yeah,
Oh,
it is with
Yeah.
Gutierrez. Luis
Gutierrez.
Well,
Gutierrez.
you know what, Nemo, and that's one of the things,
We
like
need to have her
I
on the
tell
show too.
people, because people says, I hear all kinds of stuff. People are like, man, how come you're still doing worldly music? I says, but this is where the Lord has me, right now.
Worldly music.
Yeah, worldly music. I'm
Gotcha.
still playing Tejano music,
Oh, okay.
but the
Okay.
only thing I says, I don't know. You have to ask God. You
Mm.
can't. Don't ask me. Ask God about that because He's the one that has me here. Because the Lord knows that I'm in agreement with Him. The day He says you're done with Tejano music, then I'm done with it, bro. I'm
Yeah.
only doing it right now because He allowed me to do it. But I need to be able to share Jesus with everybody,
Right.
Okay.
and I'm not ashamed to do that, and I'm not ashamed to tell people that I'm in a much better place, uh, now than I was years and
You're at
years ago.
peace.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
man.
have a
That's
peace.
good.
Yeah, and like I said, when you stay under His covering, all kinds of things start happening for you. It's when you get out of His covering you start crashing. So again, He doesn't want to take the passion He gave me. He gave me this passion for Tejano music. It's right here. He
Hmm.
gave it to me, and I asked two pastor friends of mine. I got to say hi to Aaron Shaddix and Eli. They're my pastor friends, and when I talk to them, sometimes they tell me, he goes, you know what? Sometimes the closest to some people will ever get to church is hearing you. And I go, but I'm not. They go, no, no, just giving them the message that God has put in your heart because He
Very good.
uses each and every one of us.
Right.
Okay.
So here I am doing Tejano, doing Conjunto, and I'm
And
enjoying
Tejano
it.
Talk.
Yeah,
And
and I'm on
All right.
Tejano. Yeah,
and
Tejano.
it's true. Is it true that the Hooters of Arlington went out of business because you turned?
Because of me, and
Yeah,
that could be
because you turned
very well
Christian.
possible. That was my hangout for many years.
For
Oh yeah.
everything, he watched
All right.
any kind of sport. He was always there,
Okay.
Yeah, I was there.
regardless. I mean, I don't think he watched
Well,
lacrosse or whatever, but he was there watching lacrosse.
hey, well,
All right.
that place. I remember when they moved me, when Simon Alfredo moved me, they moved me close. I told him my house had to be like walking distance to Hooters, and I did. I lived there
Okay.
walking distance to them for a while. That's nothing.
Love their
But the
chicken wings.
Conjunto Festival, let's I want to share with you. Again, we're in the 11th annual Countdown Conjunto
Yeah.
Festival. It started at La Great Field. It started there, but that's the way God works.
Yeah.
God, that's the way He works. He blessed me with that. He blessed me with the little. He blessed me with the little. He blessed me with a little more. A little more. He blesses me, and His timing, He opened it up to where it's at right now.
Yeah.
At Billy Bob's, Texas.
Now, I thought it was a Billy. I thought you're the one that started it, and then you have a relation. This is what I've heard, because we have a very good friend, Americo, and
Yeah,
he shoots video. I mean, not video, but
yeah, I know, Medic. Yeah.
yeah. Well, yeah, I know you know Americo, but
What's up,
he,
Medico?
hey, yeah,
Is
shout
he
out.
on?
No,
I don't know. Just
he listens to the replay, but he's my
Oh, okay.
associate producer, and he told me that you helped Billy Bob's book like Tejano artists there and stuff like that.
I have a relationship with Billy Boss. It goes way back to the Kick FM days. If
Okay.
you remember, we did the world's largest autograph party inside Billy
yeah, we
Bob's.
were talking to someone just about
Oh,
that the other day.
Yeah, we put that together. I became friends with
Bino, we're
Pam
talking to
Mimic,
Bino. That's right.
Bill
yeah,
Mimic, many years ago. So the relationship I have with them goes way back. Uh, and they they call on me for a lot of things.
yes,
They call on me for a lot of things. We consult with each other. We were just on the phone
So,
earlier
are you
today.
part of? Are you hired by them, right? Or you get a? Are
Yeah,
you just promoter for them, or
my
how does that work?
company Inheritance. Look at Inheritance Entertainment. My
Okay,
company
there.
Inheritance Entertainment works hand in hand with them on different
Okay,
things. On
on
different things.
all the. Would you say all the regional shows too?
Uh, I'm gonna work with them on June 24th. They're bringing. But again, it's not just one individual. There's many different pieces to make this happen,
Right.
right,
and you become a team. So
right,
I'm part of the team.
Okay.
I'm part of that
Okay,
team.
but at
yeah,
the same point, you're the one with the connections for the most part
Yeah.
and brings
right,
in yeah
yeah.
yeah
I was
so
Yeah.
thinking that's how they hook you up, and they help you put it on the Cahuta Festival out there, or is that a relationship?
Well,
That's your event, or is that
numbers is again going back to numbers.
yeah,
If you're starting to show numbers, then people always want to work with you and stuff like
yeah,
that. And again, but I was just doing it just to keep this going, keeping it
yeah,
keeping it alive, and Uh, so many. There's so many people that had a big part from the early stages of LT and Vic and all them doing what they did in the stockyard with this deal. With them started, I never get my. It's not me.
Yeah,
They started
Dimitri.
it. I
Yeah,
just come in and try to keep it going, and other people coming in, friends. There's so many people that have had a hand on it to accomplish and take it to where it is right now. It's just
Okay.
that I've got so many good people behind it. That help and we
Well,
get there.
Pancho, you got a wealth of information, a wealth of history. We're definitely going to have you back several times, probably. And part of our show is we have live chats with the fans and stuff like that. And I see that there's a couple people asking you questions for
But
you
yeah,
too.
I don't
And
see them.
so,
What is the
and
question?
no, Nemo's going to help me because I can't read too well because I don't
Oh,
have my
uh-oh,
glasses on.
uh-oh.
And we're gonna go probably a little bit past Nemo's bedtime because
Yeah,
we
let's
normally
let's just get him in and get him out.
okay, but we're definitely gonna have you back. Okay, let's see. Let's say Bobby's, as I said, a great way to start the
Yeah,
show.
that was. Thank you, Bobby.
Thanks, Bobby. Bobby's from California, and okay, Mark beat me to it again.
Yeah.
He says Yahoo.
Hey,
That's
so Mark, he has a lot of connections. He knows everything that's going
oh
around
yes.
all over Texas. This guy.
You know, I have a lot of information that I'm gonna have to put on for next week's show because he was hooking me up for Facebook and telling me about Bobby's gonna be here. Another like three
Hey,
cinco de
Stephanie's
miles and
gonna be
stuff.
here. You know that?
hmm yeah. There's a lot of artists that are gonna be here.
Wait,
Palominos
wait,
are
wait,
here this,
wait, wait.
this weekend.
Are you joking with me?
Just saying, she's gonna be here. But
Wait,
let's
wait,
go on
wait.
with more important stuff.
Oh, okay,
Let's go.
wait.
Keep going.
We're gonna have to follow back. You're gonna have to tell me this.
Let's
Okay.
go.
All right. Let's see. Alfredo,
The
someone buddy
lone,
Nemo.
Don Mescal.
Alfredo has a Tejano band and he played at the fanfare. Hey, you didn't show up to fanfare this year?
I was not.
Okay.
How long have you not been in fanfare
It's
or
been
or
it's
or
been
the
a
awards,
while.
right?
You
You
were
pretty
there
much stay
last
in your
year.
own stuff, right?
You
I'm
were there
sorry.
last year though. You were at fanfare
Last
last
year,
year.
I might have.
Yeah.
Was it the Conjunto? Was it the anniversary that I went to for
Uh,
KDA? I went to the
Yeah, yeah,
KDA
it was. Yeah,
yeah.
anniversary.
yeah, it was
Yeah. Yeah.
anniversary, and
Yeah, I went to
so
that because I was part of. I was being on the
Right.
morning show. I wanted to make
so
Right.
say
K
hi to the people.
KDA they don't participate in the awards in any of the awards or fanfare for the
Uh,
most part.
they used to have a stage there. They used to have the stage there, but I don't think they had the stage this year.
Okay,
uh, or else I'm sure that Jerry or Nelda would have asked if I was going to come around. But remember, I'm all about baseball. My grandson's
that's
baseball
right.
now,
I
and
mean,
my
we're
granddaughter.
we're really lucky to have you because it is
Oh,
baseball season, right?
Yeah.
yes.
And then
Uh,
you
So
got Eli 11, number 11.
E11
yeah.
because
Like
we call him E and his number's 11, so E11. By the
so
way, Eli underscore numero underscore once on Instagram.
Okay.
nice. Hey, and
Now,
how's he doing? What position does he play?
Man, he's doing really well. He pitches, he catches, he plays outfield and third base.
And how
So
many years has he been in baseball?
Eli started when he was like 6. He's
okay.
8 now, right?
Okay, okay. All star.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. It's travel ball. It's
Okay,
travel ball.
okay.
We it's select.
Like is it like
So we travel.
okay, a badass.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay,
but that's where
And
I'm at. That's why you don't see me at a whole lot of events and
so
shows and all
and
that
that's why he
stuff.
never returns your
wait,
calls either.
yeah, that's true. Hey, but are you going to be now this Friday at New West? Signal and David Farias are going to be there.
No,
No, man.
I'm going.
Okay.
All right,
no.
all right. Hey, I do remember. Hey, did you know I went to Vegas last year and I
Here
think
you
I
go.
saw you
See,
there?
this is stuff that people just.
Okay.
In
Anyway, go
Vegas?
ahead.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
were there last year in
Vegas.
Vegas
Yeah, I was there last
because
year.
I got you. You and Taz were over there,
Oh
and
yeah, I broadcasted live. I'm part of the Jalapeno Radio
right,
Network.
right,
So we were all there. All the stations for Jalapeno Radio Network were there, and I was able to broadcast my show from there back
yeah.
home.
Do you
Okay.
see how he didn't even worry about that? Didn't want to mention that. Like it just, he didn't.
I,
Anyway, go ahead. And he was
okay.
broadcasting live.
Yes, I
You were
was
just
pretty
there
much there.
visiting. Anyway,
Okay.
go ahead.
All
Who
right.
else? Who's on the
Let's
list?
see.
These are our P1s, you know.
Hey, Lori Piva. I guess she said
Lori.
Patito.
Oh,
She
I can see
said,
it. Hi, Lori.
all right.
Lori, probably, yeah, she's in. I know Lori for many years. She was a big Kick FM listener, and now she has a couple of kids and stuff like that. It's like, oh,
Yeah, we
Lori
were we were all
listens to
kicking
the
him
radio
listening.
station. Thank you, Lori. I appreciate you
All right.
jumping on here.
And then hey, oh, speaking of the devil, DJ Taz. He
It's
says,
not Pancho in charge of back. There you go. Now you know it's DJ
There you go.
Taz.
You're safe.
okay,
Good
all right.
save. Good save.
Hey,
Thank you,
Taz,
Taz.
is that, do I have to talk to you about backstage stuff? All
Oh,
right.
that's kind of cool. I didn't know people could write on here.
Yeah. And let's
Oh,
see. Taz says 303 Mall. That's
Oh,
where
that's where
the
it was
that's
at.
what
castle
it
is.
was. The
Yes,
303
303
Mall.
Mall. You're right.
Forum 303.
Oh, speaking of the devil, Emerico, it
Hello,
says,
Pancho, buddy.
hello,
Anymore.
Pancho.
Hey, Medico, what's
All
up,
right.
bud?
All right.
Good to
Hey,
see you. Oh, this
Emerico.
is really cool.
Yeah, thanks. Let's see. We got
CJ, what a
CJ.
story.
Breakfast.
Hey, CJ, how are
All
you?
right.
Presión.
All right.
Oh, is that who that is?
I'm pretty sure Garces, yeah.
All right.
All right. Let's see. We have Stefan
Steve
Martinez.
Martinez, great
Great
interview. Hey,
interview.
thanks, Steven.
Yes.
Sticks.
Hey,
I
that's
knew you were gonna.
he works with you, right, Steven?
Yeah, Sticks.
Okay.
Sticks, that's his name. Sticks, yeah.
Six.
Yeah. They love him here in Fort Worth.
I love him.
You know, he's all over Fort Worth, like
I love
all
him.
these places. So yeah, he's
Okay.
a good guy.
All right. Oh, here's
What a
Mart. Mart's
story.
the guy that
Yeah.
tells us definitely a story the people of DFW can enjoy. Oh
Praise
yeah.
the
Pancho
Lord,
Pistola,
brother.
Pancho Pistola story, man. Yeah, it's gonna be on
Yeah.
Check it out,
Netflix
bro.
soon.
Oh, speaking of the devil, also
Cuba, brother.
DJ Indio. Remember we were talking about? This is our
That's
friend
him, Cuba,
Lawrence.
brother.
Yeah, Cuba. Yeah.
Saludos, amigo.
All right.
Saludos.
Let's see. And Taz says Punchy got promoted to ringmaster a couple years ago.
Oh,
Oh, that's cool.
from
Yeah.
the
All
clown
right.
school.
And see, Mart again, it says, what does Pancho think of today's Tejano market and where does he see it
Oh, that's too
uh,
long, man. Just
in the last 6 years?
Okay.
what do you think we need
Yeah.
to do with the market itself? I mean, itself
Oh,
to make
wait a
it
second. Wait a
or
second.
to make it stronger.
I
What
was
is it?
going to
That's a
bring
fair
this.
question. Go ahead.
Yes. Because I was just thinking about this today because Grupo Frontero and Bad Bunny did a collab recently,
I heard
didn't
it
they?
yesterday for the first time.
Yeah.
But
I heard it
they're not
this
Tejano.
morning. I know, but it's a Latin market.
Okay,
And
but I'm
okay.
specifically talking to like Tejano, like
Okay.
our market itself. What do you think can make it stronger to where maybe they have a station again? Do you
Well,
have
Oh,
you know,
bring back like a Kick FM again type station?
yeah something some.
bro, everything is like a clock. Everything goes around and comes back
Yeah.
around. Even the way we dress, everything
Mm,
goes around and comes back around. Uh, we just again remember how I tell you in God's timing everything happens at the right
Hmm.
time.
Hmm.
We're not far from it. We're not far
Okay,
from it.
Do,
nice.
We're
do
Yeah,
you
we're
see
not
a
far from it.
resurgent coming, like a nice tidal wave
Look,
coming?
if it, I'm gonna say this because I'm an old school cat. I think it's
Yeah.
fair that I put myself in this category.
Yeah.
If us old school cats like me would give opportunity to the young cats that are coming up
Yeah.
and quit being so critique like that's not Tejano, that's not Tejano,
Right.
because we said that to our parents when they were listening to Little
Yes.
Joe, Sonny Osuna. We wanted to hear La Mafia. We wanted to hear Maz. We wanted to hear Excelencia, and
Right.
then it changes and changes. Everything's got to change. It's still Tejano. You just got to spice it up. It's a different because remember Conjunto.
Yeah.
It's still who we are,
Yeah.
but that Conjunto music came out a lot of great acts, and they
Yeah.
got more progressive. So it's still, I mean,
Yeah.
it we
I've
just got
always
to be open because I hear a lot of good stuff. There's a lot of young artists out there. I was
who,
listening to
who are
Emmanuel
some
J.
who's some
Emmanuel J
more
is a,
who's
huh?
some more up and
Uh,
coming artists that you think
Who
are
who
up?
do you who's your lineup for your show? Let's go with
Yeah.
that.
yeah, absolutely. I've got Jaime Dianda. Glad you asked. 'Cause I got young
Yes.
artists on there. I
Yeah, yeah,
got
because you've always done like
yeah.
up and comers or you
hmm
know
Some
artists
Jaime's
that are
local.
on
not.
there.
Yeah, Jaime.
So
He's
so Jaime's on
headlining.
there. Of
He's
course,
your headliner.
yeah.
Yeah.
Lázaro Perez. If y'all haven't seen Lázaro Perez, oh my God, conjunto to the T, bro.
Yeah.
But he gives it that young appeal to the young audience.
Okay.
Lázaro is good. If you like Ricky Naranjo, those gamblers, because they're solid, you're gonna love Lázaro as well. You've
Conjunto
got.
Cats.
I'm sorry.
Conjunto Cat. Conjunto
Kenny,
Yeah, the
Cats.
Ken,
Yeah.
conjunto
hello,
cats.
hello.
Okay.
The conjunto cats. Yeah, dude, that's a
Yes.
young group. That little guy, Zeke.
Y'all, the accordion guy. Yeah.
Okay, see, that's what I'm saying. They're around. We just got to
Oh
give
yeah.
opportunity to
Yeah,
these young
yeah.
Yeah.
young artists.
That's a
Even
family
even in
band,
that
right?
even in that genre, even the conjunto genre, we
Uh-huh.
have to be open to give those young kids an opportunity.
Mhm.
Their style is going to be a little bit more different. It ain't going to be the
Right.
same hard compás. that compás sound, conjunto, your Tony de la Rosa, is
Right.
still going to be. They just got to twist it a little bit, change it a little bit. You don't want them to
Mhm.
go too far away because you don't want it to lose the conjunto
Right.
feel to it.
Right.
But that young cat spices it up, and he's drawing a whole different audience to come see
Yeah.
him. You
Did
know,
you see him in Vegas?
I did. I've seen him. I've seen him. I've seen him at KDA. Okay. Oh, you're talking to Buddy?
Yeah.
There's a
I'm
new
surprised.
group.
I know he was going to ready to
Hey,
kick that out there. He was like,
I mean,
Conjunto
Buddy.
Cats. I saw him in Vegas.
hey, you know who else I saw at
Here we
Vegas?
go.
Who?
Los Garcia brothers.
Are they going to be there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Garcia Brothers be there. I talked to Joey earlier
Yes, they're gonna
today.
be at the Conjunto Festival. Yeah.
Nice.
Can I
Yeah.
tell you a real quick story about the Garcia Brothers? Y'all got time? Real
Hey,
fast.
it's his. It's
Yeah,
Nemo's
yeah.
bedtime. It's not mine.
So, Nemo mentioned Hooters a while ago, right? He mentioned
Yeah.
Hooters a while ago. The way I met the Garcia Brothers is that I would hang out at Hooters, and everybody knew that. Everybody knew that. Once I got off the radio, I went straight there, and I was sitting there,
For the
and there
chicken
was
wings.
yeah, and when I get there, there's a young Spanish dude there sitting there, and he's got on some khaki pants with some black winos on and a black T-shirt, and I saw they said Conjunto Garcia or something like that, right? But I paid no mind to him. He was sitting over there, I was sitting over here. And later on, he comes and walks over to Wiley. He's like, "Hey, man," he brings a pitcher of beer. He goes, "Hey, can I come sit with you?" And I said, "Sure." So he
Wow.
comes sits down, and we're just talking. Never did he brings up music. He never brings up music. So we're talking, and then I look at his shirt. I says, "You play music?" And this what he told me. He go like, it's just a little group from Aguila." I said, I got a little band. That's it. And I said, "Oh, cool. What's the name of your band?" He goes, we got to see us and stuff. But I'm not here to talk music. He knew exactly. I'm not here to talk music. I just want to drink with you, man. I knew you were gonna be here.
Oh, wow.
And I says, "Oh, you know?" I says, "You know me?" He goes, "Everybody knows Pancho Pistolas." And I go like, and he goes, "Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. The record label company told me you would be here. I'm just," he says, "I'm Jimmy Garcia with Garcia Brothers." So I
Yeah.
invited him to my house, and we partied till about 4 o'clock in the morning. And I had to be at the radio station about 5 in the morning. So I take off to the radio station. I bring him with me to the
Yeah,
radio
yeah. I was going to
station.
say, you bring him with you.
Yeah.
You know, very
Man,
nice.
let's Garcia Brothers.
All
And
right.
we became like this, dude. We became like this. And the day that we lost Jimmy Garcia, I went
Uh
all the
huh.
way for his funeral. And I was so mad at Joey Records. Man, I remember I
Yeah.
was so mad at Dinah and all the guys over there. But that's how I met La Garcia Brothers. And I've been friends with that family for many
That's
years.
cool. That's a cool story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
when I went to your Cahuta Festival first time, they were playing there, and then
Yeah.
they're gonna play. Do you have them every year, or like every as often as you
I'm
can?
sorry?
Do you have Los Garcia brothers there every year, or as often as you
No.
can?
No, it was just time to bring them back.
Okay.
It was just time to bring them back because they're crowd favorites.
Yeah.
People like them. And every year I ask, I research and I study and it's just again it's a passion that the Lord blessed me with that I start asking questions and people say, "Man, we got to have the Garcia brothers again," and you start seeing a trend. Now, Santiago Garza is another conjunto
Stephanie
band
would
says
be
here.
nice.
Santiago Garza Naturaleza, that dude is
Conjunto.
super good.
Santiago
BDO
Garza?
Baraja de Oro will be there, and what I like about BDO is that uh, Mario and Betty Barajas now has their kids playing in the band. That's
Yeah.
cool as heck.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
saw that. The daughter,
that's
right?
freaking cool. Yeah, the daughter and the son plays
Yeah.
ball. So
Yeah.
I'm really excited. That they're going to
And
be
they're
on the
hardcore
line.
conjunto too, right? For the
Yeah,
most part.
I
Okay.
mean they're good. That's what I'm saying. But we just
Yeah, definitely a
it's
party
just going to
band.
be a lot of fun. It's for family. You can get tickets at BillyBossTexas.com right now. BillyBossTexas.com. Get your tickets.
Yeah.
Get them. Get Tell them you want to sit up at the front. It's going to be a
Yeah.
lot of fun. And
Or the backstage. No, I'm just.
our backstage, our
Okay.
backstage buddy.
All right.
But it's
Let's.
going to be a big show. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
And but back to that question, a lot of great new Tejano out there. A
Is
lot of
there?
Yeah.
new
Okay,
Tejano.
good. I think a lot of times is that they just sing the same songs over and over again. I think
Yeah.
that's a problem with our market. It's just stuck. And like
Re-
somebody said that the country,
remakes.
yeah, yeah. So the country market, it was stuck until they got
Was
all these new artists with new songs. So I think that's where we're at. We need to stop with old stuff and just go and start doing some new stuff.
Yeah,
That's the
well,
way I see.
again, and it's going to take older cats like
Yeah.
myself that have still control of what gets played and what doesn't get played to be more open
Yeah.
to listen. Because uh, it's just like you said, it has to be recreated. there's a producer out there that's doing good stuff. Gabe Zavala, he
Right.
pushes it.
Yeah,
He
we
pushes
talk
it.
about him a lot.
Yeah,
Hmm.
he pushes it. He does. And I listen to his some of his stuff.
Yeah, he's good
Uh,
stuff. He
yeah,
does good
and I go
stuff.
like, man, that's freaking cool.
Yeah.
It's
Do,
just like I mentioned earlier. I mentioned Frontera, Bad Bunny. Who would ever thought?
yeah.
And
Do,
look,
Again, bad. I think again the music gets stuck at a certain level, and they have to do something.
they have to do
mhm.
So
something.
that's what we got to do. We got to do something. It's just
Yeah,
stuck.
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you know Bumper Gomez? He does the Bumper's Wacky Wednesday. He
I
does a
I don't
YouTube
know
show.
him personally. I don't know him personally, but seems like a really nice guy.
Yeah.
I know of him,
Yeah.
but I don't know him personally.
He's another friend of our show, and he had Gabriel Zavala on his show. I think
Oh, cool.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, yeah.
He had who was it? Aaron Holler last year.
Oh,
He's a
Aaron Hall. I
drummer.
know Aaron Holler.
Okay, he was
Yeah, I
on the
know
show
him.
last week.
Aaron Holler's
Yeah,
he is an awesome drummer.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Awesome
I
drummer.
at first I
He
didn't know who he was until I saw him and said, I know who he is. So yeah,
Well,
he's really
Aaron
good.
Holler just joined Asulto, that group, Asulto, that kid. I interviewed that kid
Okay.
uh, from Snyder, Texas. Again, because I'll sit at home sometimes by myself, and I'll listen to music. And I remember watching him during the pandemic and stuff like that. And then I found out he was from Snyder, Texas. I'm from Abilene, Texas. So Snyder's right there. I used
Oh,
to
Oh
go
wow.
play
Okay.
ball over there all the time with the Velasquez boys. But that's a talented band.
yeah.
And now uh, their drummer, of course, he has to fulfill his duty as a father and a husband, a provider. That
Right.
he can't travel all the time. He's got a job, and they got a new drummer, which is going to be Aaron Holler, which I think is going to be a huge, I guess, boost for them. But
Yeah.
that's a band to look out for, man.
Okay,
Absolutely.
cool. Hey, have you know, I'm sure you noticed there's a lot of female Tejano artists surging up. Oh, you know what? I'm not sure if I would call her a Tejano, but you're going to have Liz Garza at your Conjunto Festival, right?
Who is that?
I think it's Liz
Uh oh.
Garza.
Uh
I
oh.
met her. I met her several times. Wait a second. I have it on the list somewhere.
Don't be starting rumors.
Oh, no, 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 no. I think I saw it on the poster. No?
No.
Oh, you know what? It was another poster that Mark gave me, like that. You're right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
We
but
got
she's
Betty
cool.
Barajas.
No,
She's a female artist. She's good too.
okay. But you know what? I met Liz Garza at the last year at Fan Fair
Yeah.
when I was waiting for you to show up. Me and Medico went to to
For
that.
me,
Yes, and
bro,
you
it's
never
like I
showed
tell.
up.
I'm being real. It's like I tell you, buddy, man. And I apologize, like I said, but I don't. I'm not like all in it like I used to be.
Right.
Back in the old days. Number one, I told you, God. Number two is my family, and
Yeah.
I won't let anything get in the way of my family anymore, like I did back in the
Okay.
old days.
All right.
So, uh, of course. So if I mean, you were trying to get a hold of me for a little bit. I think Nemo
Oh,
got a
that's
hold of
okay.
me,
I
but
got
it's
you.
just that my family first, and then everything else falls into place. But I do love the music. I'm passionate, and I'll talk to anybody about music anytime they want to, stuff like that.
Or about
Especially
the
if I,
Lord.
or Amen, brother. And I
Yeah.
love to do that.
Yeah.
I would love to do
Okay, let's try to because I know Nemo's dying to go to bed.
that.
Let's
All right,
see.
guys.
DJ Taz, he says the truth is out. Oh, I think that was in reference where
About
the
Kick FM, the ending of
the
Kick
Kick
FM.
FM, the guys didn't know that you're fighting for them, or they
Yeah.
thought you were the one
Oh
that was
yeah,
firing them
brother. I
stuff.
mean,
But the truth's out
and
now.
I love all them dudes, man, because I love all them dudes, that I work with. Because if it weren't for them, I wouldn't have been able to accomplish some of the stuff that I accomplished.
It's a team.
Because it was a team.
Yeah, Nemo's part of my team now.
Amen, brother. Amen.
All right, let's see. STS
Yeah, my
trucking.
pistolas. Can I get a request?
Uh,
Oh, it's yes, absolutely in the
Yeah,
morning. Yeah,
in the morning.
absolutely.
yeah,
Okay.
you gotta tune in. Pancho
Uh,
Pistolas app.
I got a special place in my heart for all truckers.
Okay. Oh, why is that? Oh, because they're
Because
listening to radio.
my father was
Your
a
dad,
trucker.
right?
My
Oh,
father and my brothers, all truckers. And I
okay.
know what my son-in-law, as a matter of fact, I know what he's going through tonight. He's been working all morning, and Brianna, my daughter, just told me that he's coming home and picking up his clothes, and he's got to leave again.
Oh,
You know
wow.
that.
That's a
So I
tough.
know what they go through.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a tough life.
Yeah.
Uh,
Glory to
DJ
God. Amen.
Taz says, "Glory to God, Amen." Okay.
Amen, bro.
Now, Now, Taz, he's on your app show, right? He does. Is he a DJ just on your app, or is he part of the
No,
Jalapeno Network? Or
no, he's on the radio. He's on the
oh,
FM
okay,
signal and AM signal as well. Yeah,
okay. I see him all the time at New West and stuff like that.
he
And
did.
doesn't it
He
go
acted
by?
right.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
I don't think you were supposed
isn't
to say
he?
that, man.
Isn't he known as like the dancing DJ or something like that?
Yeah,
No. Okay.
yeah.
Let's see. Tejano Exaño
Tejano.
13.
¿Qué
Chicano.
pasó?
Okay.
Ex,
Cuba.
it's a Chicano, man. Anyway, go ahead.
Tejano. Okay. All right. I got you.
So, Cuba Pancho.
You
All
will
right. Okay.
love this
CJ,
interview.
Yes, CJ.
thanks. Yeah, you're
Thank
great.
you. Thank you.
Let's
Thank you.
see. Lori sends love.
Hi, Lori.
Okay. I say
Yes.
amen. Let's see. Bobby says, Amen.
Bobby.
Pancho is a man of faith. Yes.
Amen, brother. Praise God.
Uh, all right. Tejano Music talks about love. Love is the Almighty.
Amen, brother.
Good
Okay. Hey,
correlation there.
there's a medico
There's
saying
me.
hello
Says,
again.
hello, hello. I'm
Hello, bro.
here.
Hey, Medico, you need to participate in the show some more.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Great
Praise.
interview.
Thank
We're
you.
definitely gonna have to have you
Thank
back.
you.
Says Lori. Says hi.
Uh,
Yes. Let's
Yes.
see.
That was,
Oh,
Cindy.
Cindy. Hi, Cindy.
Hey.
Yeah, I know Cindy.
she's a DJ too?
Yeah, she works at KNON.
Yeah.
Oh.
She,
Okay.
I might have to
Uh,
learn some tricks from her. Praise
hey,
God.
Jerry. Jerry's one of our
Well,
one of our
was.
first.
He's just a busy man.
He's still a fan. I mean, but Jerry's was like he was our second host. He was like one of our fans that helped
Oh,
us test drive
cool, man.
our streaming
You probably
platform.
know him if you saw him. He's always out there.
Oh,
He's
cool.
always at so yeah.
All right.
Okay. All right. This one's long. It says
There.
they are Tejanos. They. Hey,
They said
Nemo,
it
help me.
themselves. They had an interview with Pepe's office saying that they're influenced by Tejano music. I'm not sure who he's talking about. Maybe
Oh, he's talking about
Frontera?
Frontera.
Frontera? Okay.
Ah,
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
Because
Oh,
from
nice. All
Texas.
right. Well, good.
All right.
Just
Lori.
like we
Why
consider
do you mean
Intocable Tejano too, so it's same thing, kind of thing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
download the Pancho Pistolas radio app. Please download
Oh
it.
There
Please
you
yes,
download
go.
please.
it.
Yeah.
Google
Yeah.
Play. Thank you, Lori.
Yes. Thank you.
Google Play, Apple stores. You can download it for free.
Yes.
Just type in Pancho Pistolas Radio.
Oh,
Descarga la aplicación. La aplicación es completamente gratis. Pancho Pistolas Radio. Google Play, Apple Store. Ahí la encuentras.
okay. And you got a Facebook group
Yeah,
um,
yeah. Facebook is Pancho Pistolas Radio on Facebook.
and
And you go
Instagram.
live every morning?
I go live for a couple of hours only in the morning.
Okay. From
Yeah.
what? Like from
Uh,
5 to
it's 7 to 9.
okay, 7 9. Okay. I don't catch you at 7. I leave a little bit later because
Yeah.
Because
Download the app.
he works a
I do.
thousand
You know what?
hours a year, while
I
everybody works 2,000.
Fort Worth they don't get the AM station because the tower the way like that, and so I know a lot of Fort Worth people don't. But I tell get the app because it's
Yeah.
crystal clear. When
You
I
know,
go traveling, I turn on your app.
hey, listen, that's why radio has changed so much
Oh
because
yeah.
whether I don't care what it can be the number one station in the market in DFW. You know, we are the fifth largest market for major radio. It can be the number one radio station in the
Uh,
market on the FM signal. So
mhm.
what? When you get outside the city limits, that signal is gone.
It's
Yep.
But if
gone.
you have the app, you can take that to Lubbock, you can take that to San Antonio, you can take it to Houston, you can go to Michigan, you can go to Chicago, go to Cali, you
Everywhere.
can go wherever. You don't
And
lose
feel
it.
at home. Feel like
Yeah,
you're just never left.
yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Lori says love Emmanuel J.
Manuel J. We just talked
Okay.
about him a little bit.
Yeah. Taz says
Junto
Conjunto
Cats.
Cats. Yeah.
Yeah.
Send the love. Alfredo said, oh, whoops, I had to turn it on. Alfredo said, my granddaughter has another single coming out. Look for it. Oh, yeah.
She's doing a lot
She's,
with Shelly,
yeah. Her name's
Alfred,
Allie.
Alfredo's daughter is
Alfredo's
Yeah.
granddaughter.
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 Remember I'm a Child? Do you remember that song, I'm a Child?
I'm a child.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with the song. Yeah.
Well, she's on it.
Oh,
Like
okay.
that. Her name's Allie.
Okay.
Let's see.
And she's part of the Shelly Lotus group that
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shelly
yeah.
Lotus is helping.
And Lori
Hey,
says, cool, the cats are awesome. Go
guys,
ahead.
I'm getting a signal from my producer over here.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
See,
Well,
I'm not the only one. I mean, he's got
okay.
things to do.
Oh, man. There are a
So,
lot of people out
yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hey,
tell him.
give it.
Hey, look, thank you to to everybody, all the people and everything. And again, like Mo says, um, Nemo said something that was key. I do love them all. The
Yeah.
listeners, I do love them all, and as a matter of fact, tonight I'll be praying for all of you. I might not be able to see you right now, or know that you are on, but I promise you, I'll be praying for you guys tonight. That whatever that prayer need that you've been praying for, all you need is one person to stand in agreements with you, and I'll be doing that tonight. Okay. But thank y'all so much for supporting Pancho Pistolas Radio, supporting
Okay.
Jalapeno Radio, supporting the Conjunto Cowtown Conjunto Festival, and just supporting the genre, Tejano music, man. Thank
Yeah.
y'all so much. Okay.
Hey, Orlando, can I make a request real quick? Can you go to the
Uh-oh.
very last text?
The last
The very
text.
last one, yeah.
Okay, the very last one. See, Herrera.
So
Hi,
Christina said hi.
Pancho. Okay, is that
Christina said hi to you, Pancho.
his
Oh,
wife?
Christina, hi there. Hi, Christina. We'll
All
have to
right.
Yeah,
catch up someday. We
yeah,
will.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
wait. Medico
Oh,
says, "Hey, it's great that you three guys keep Tejano music alive."
oh.
Thanks, Medico. All right.
Okay. Well, he's got to go. Thank
All
you
right.
very much, Pancho.
Okay.
Thank you so
All
much,
right.
and we hope your
Th-
your your show goes badass. And
Thank you, bro.
Yes,
I'm
we're
sure
gonna
you,
have you back. We're gonna have you
yeah,
back. We're gonna have you back.
yeah.
Okay.
So,
But yes, we're gonna try to go through these since you've got to take off. Nemo and I will
Cool,
try to
bro.
answer some of
oh
these.
really? I can't leave with him. Why don't? Why don't?
Hey,
Like,
man. Love you guys, man. Thank y'all so much. God bless y'all,
All
man.
right. Thank
okay.
your daughter for us. Okay, for helping
April
us
Yeah.
out.
30th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
April
Cowtown
30th
Conjunto
Sunday.
Festival, April 30th, Billy Boss, Texas.
All right. All right. Thanks, Pancho. Talk to you later. Okay. All right. Okay. So, hey, that was a great interview. He's a man full of knowledge, and I still want to talk more about it. But let's
Oh
finish
yeah.
up. Let's finish up these. Where do we leave off?
Well, I'm
Let's
sure
see.
most of them for Pancho, man. So what's the point?
Well, we'll see. I don't know. So, Lawrence says, "What can we do to talk with about bringing more Tejano artists to DF?" You know what? You were my next one, Lawrence. I was going to ask him about that, about New West and stuff. But you know what? We'll have to have him back, and you'll have to ask that same thing. I had lots of more questions. I wanted to ask him, like, hey, what can we do to get a Tejano, DFW Tejano Music Awards here? How about a fanfare up
They
here?
were gonna
How about
do
a
an award
museum?
show. He was gonna do an award show at one time, but I think it was more
Yeah.
for like the internet radio stations.
Well, yes.
So
I was going to ask him about that. Like I said, we need to have him back so I could bring him, ask these questions. And I really want to talk about. I remember there was a discussion about having a Tejano museum up here too, for DFW people. Okay, so Lawrence, we'll have to ask him next time. Okay, let's see. Grupo Fi. Oh yeah, sorry. Hopefully,
hopefully he looks at the replay and he'll be able to read all this stuff. So
yes,
let's just
yes.
keep it rolling. Keep it
Yeah.
rolling.
Okay. And then maybe he'll get online next week or something like in the
He's a
future
busy
one.
man. He's a busy man.
Maybe he can answer a few texts
Okay.
if
All
he
right.
goes on there.
We'll
Okay.
text him. Okay.
Well, he's got a link. If he's on there, I say, hey, Pancho, let's hook up. Click that link I emailed you, and then we finish it. All right. I said DJs aren't playing the new good songs. There are plenty of good songs, new Tejano music. Thank you, Pancho, for playing the songs that need to be heard. Yep.
There you go.
Uh, let's see. Lori says Bumpers Wacky Wednesday. Yeah. Emmanuel J goes live called Tejano Tuesdays. I don't. Emmanuel J. Let's see. Lori, Gabriela Martinez, Benvito, Leo, Angelica.
All these are female
some of
artists,
the,
up and comers.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Badass.
What? Angelica was the Grupo Moneda. Did I say it right?
Moneda.
Moneda. Gosh, I'm glad Pacho wasn't here to see that.
He heard enough.
Okay. Also, Azul Nino is amazing.
Alice Nino,
At
really?
least, okay.
It's
Uh, Jerry, it says busy with the daughter's 15. Oh yeah, that's right. She's got a quinceañera coming. Okay. Well, good
Hey,
luck
are we
with that,
invited,
Jerry.
Jerry?
Yeah, yeah, Jerry. Are we invited? Okay. I don't know. Okay. Medico says it's great with you guys. Keep. Oh, okay. So, oh wow. So that was the last one, but we got like five more. Let's see. Wait. Let's see. Pancho says prima. Mart says definitely have to bring him back again. Yes, definitely. Let's see. It's not about new songs. It's about the people listening to supporting it. That's true, but new songs to keep it alive for the next generation.
Yeah, I mean, the old songs are the people that are listening to it, and I guess if you do the remix over and over again, like how many times can you make a certain remake a certain song up? It gets
Yes.
old.
Okay. And I think Americo will be our last one. It says, I'm on a committee to have the Latino Culture Museum built in Fort Worth. Oh, wow. Tejano music will be part of the museum.
Very
Wait, wait, wait,
nice. Very
wait, wait.
nice.
Yes,
Oh,
we will applaud that.
okay. Good.
All
You come on and talk about it.
Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, I think that was a great show, and it's not. Wow, we're 25 minutes past the bedtime.
Oh wow, I'm sorry,
You
man.
know.
Just
Oh wait,
in broadcast, no.
there's one more. Jerry says yes.
Okay,
Use
I don't
them
know
by the
I don't know if he
25.
wants to advertise that.
Well, oh, whoops. Sorry, Jerry. Well, everybody else has
Yeah,
got it.
yeah,
So,
yeah. Okay.
okay. All right. Thanks. Hey, I want to tell everybody if you enjoyed watching us, please subscribe. Even if you didn't enjoy, tell somebody and tell them to subscribe. And also, if you need to contact us, any of the artists out there, please contact us at buddy at Tejano, it's TejanoTime.com and
Yeah.
Nemo
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
at
yeah. Anyway, so yeah.
Yahoo.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Nemo,
Great
I think
show. Thank you.
we're
Thank you to
great show.
everybody
Okay.
participating, tuning in,
Yes.
showing the
And
love,
we'll
sending the links
definitely
out.
come back for Pancho. Next time we'll advertise it a lot longer. Okay.
Who do we have coming up? Anybody else? Who
Surprise.
who you trying to get? Let's just go that way.
Oh wait, okay. Since you brought it up, Stephanie, you said was coming in
Oh
town.
goodness. Okay.
Wait,
All right. Thanks a lot.
wait, wait, no, no,
Thank you
no,
very
no,
much.
no, 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 no,
Oh,
no, 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 no. Tell me, Nemo, I can't believe you hung up. Okay, I'm your host, Oraldo, for It's Tejano Time, Nemo.
all right. I'm
All right,
Nemo with Tano USA.
yeah, I'm gonna get you back for that. All right, and you've been watching, listening to Tejano Talk. Okay, and broadcast. Nemo, you're terrible. Okay, see you later.